Bars and Hoops Radio. Yeah, the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, what's going on? Another grind.
Another grizzly. Another grizzly. But we in the building, man. You know how we get down, man. Valley Radio. It's the bearded one.
S.I Shawn, baby.
You know how we get down. We are in the building, and we got a lot for y'all today.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, man. For a fact, it's definitely going to be pretty interesting, man. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
I hope y'all enjoy it more than y'all enjoy these politicians giving it to you every time you turn around.
Damn, son. Yo, these politicians, man, they like, you know.
They like, what are they really gonna do?
I was gonna say something off the wall. Forgot it's a family show, son. So it is what it is, baby.
They like, what are they really gonna do?
And that's the problem, man. You know what it is? We have to, you know, we don't like to tie into politics so much in what we're doing, but nothing else intertwining in such a way. It's interesting.
It's facts.
But yo, we gotta vote, y'all, and we gotta vote smart.
Yeah,
gotta vote smart. You gotta leave all that, whatever side you feel like you playing. You gotta lean towards who's really gonna help. Literally though, and I don't think people do that
because a lot of these cats ain't helping, man. It's interesting out here.
Nah, son. Nah, B, it's crazy.
It's interesting out here, but
I feel like we getting hog-tied, no Vaseline,
pistol whip, all that. They're like, yo, son, where's the money at?
That's it,
Where's the money at? Like, I don't know.
Yo, where's the money at?
Help me. They don't care, kids. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention, man. It's the bearded one here. S.I Shawn in the building. And this is Rally Radio. We're glad that you tuned in on a Saturday. Came in and you rocked with us. 12 noon. We know how early it is. But we love y'all for it. Shout out to my guy Sales. He's in the building.
Let's go, Sales.
Everybody's in the house right now. That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in, who's rocking with us, who's paying attention. I know y'all see what's going on, too. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it.
But, you know, it's not enough to see, son. It's not enough to see, B. We got to definitely put more action because it's going to spin even further out of control if it's not already at its limit, which I don't think it is, son. I think it has a lot more left.
Of course.
What do you think?
I'm telling you, they pushing you to see how far you gonna go. They're like, yo, look at gas.
Damn.
We started complaining about gas being $4-something a gallon. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna walk. Okay, wait, bring it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
So now people are comfortable paying the prices they paying. $3.99.
This is what
$3.50. They know what they doing. That's why I'm telling you, man.
Damn, yeah.
Good afternoon. What's going on, man? Damn, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who's listening, paying attention. Just drop a like where you at. If you can, share it with your people. Let them know we out here. We speaking the truth because we're about to really, really get in, man. It's really gonna be interesting today.
Nah, it's terrible, B. It's terrible. You gonna laugh. I was at the fuel station earlier this morning. And I'm like, yo, why is this thing going back up, son?
The prices are going right back up. They don't care. They like this. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I got their ear and I'm charging them out the wazoo. Damn, and nobody cares, kid. Yo, shout to Dolph Spalding in the building. I think that's my man Draco.
Let's go.
But you know, that's how it is, man. And we're gonna see. I'm gonna show it to y'all today. Today we're gonna really talk about it. We're gonna get into it because I believe people, it's things going on.
Yeah.
It's just like sneakers.
Damn, son.
I'm telling you, they doing what they want to do. And it's like, you know what? They don't care how you feel about it.
But that's why we got to come up with a better strategy because it's like, yo.
So that?
Yeah.
Yo, my bad. We switching the cameras over here. It's straight up video. Apologize. But it's crazy out here.
It's like, but like you said, man, it's like, we got to do something because if not, they're going to continue to take advantage. They're going to continue to take advantage.
They're going to continue to take advantage. But we got a couple other things we're going to be talking about today. Look like Dodge is going to be releasing their last car. We're going to get into that.
Damn.
And for the driver's etiquette today, Last week I went to a car meet.
Yeah.
Last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk all about it, man. Shout out to everybody who's listening, paying attention. It's going to get interesting in here
Let's
today.
go.
Trust me when I tell you, man. But you got anything you want to say to the people, man? How was your week, bro?
Yo, my week was relatively interesting. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the weather, the weather was a bit strange, but you see obviously getting a little warmer. It's getting a little bit more
Yes, sir.
consistent. You know what I'm saying? Had to take the SI a little sideways because she got rear-wheel drive mode too. So it was fun though. I can't complain, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. Every time Rally Radio, I just love it. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. I definitely had a fantastic week despite everything that's going on, man. Not for nothing. It's pretty good though. Y'all gotta enjoy this one right here. Another thing that I found pretty interesting too is like on my way in, I feel like people don't know when they should get out the way. I know we talk about that all the time, but y'all gotta hear me out on this one. If you're in the left lane, and I know Dr. Phil listening, left lane police, you have to be, because they will not move. They won't move. They will stay right there. And not for nothing, if you got to switch lanes on them, they're going to try to speed up so you can't even get back into the lane. I find that hilarious. So you know what I do, though? I do the 3-lane dipping, and I come right back over, son, because it don't bother me.
Nah.
It don't bother me, son.
And you want to laugh, and you really want to laugh, right? What I like to do is, I like to show them, I'm getting by anyway. Serious. Like, you're not slowing me down. Like, either you're going to be in this lane or that lane. It don't matter. I'm moving around you. It is what it is.
So how about this, right? So I'm making a left turn before I even get to the lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got this Dodge pickup truck behind me. Damn, son. So he's behind me.
Right.
Right. Mind you, the SI still pretty cold. The oil temp is not up. The coolant temp is not up. So, I'm taking my time.
Right. So
he goes around me. All right, cool, go ahead. So now he speeds up. Right. I'm like, all right, cool, no doubt.
Right.
So now there's traffic up ahead. So it's a bus. Is like an actual bus is actually going slow.
Right.
Then you got the mail truck.
Right.
Little tiny mail carrier thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, why he tries to swerve around the bus is starting to turn into like the direction he's going.
I love it.
So he almost went into the opposite lane, caused a crash.
It's getting dangerous. I love it.
I was like, damn, dog, like, what you doing?
He did all that.
Son, for what? To hit the light at the top and just start going slow after that?
He did all of that.
He's about to cause a major problem, son, just because I don't know, man. You would have thought he was in a rush. He was going to continue in that type of manner, but he didn't. I was like, this is strange. Like,
so then why even go that hard?
Why do that, son?
It's because cats ain't got nothing better to do.
Telling you, B. I was like, damn, son. It's craziness out there, B.
They got nothing better to do.
I'm telling you, man, driving could be smooth, but you got operators on the road that's not operating, son. I don't know what they doing. They falling asleep at the wheel.
They looking at the wheel, bro.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
They looking at the wheel. But that's why I love it, man. I laugh at all of them. Get out the way.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get around one way or another, though.
That's a fact.
That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But shout out to everybody who's rocking with us. And like I said, we got a little bit of an agenda for you today. NYC parking.
Damn.
Could you imagine? Yo, we've been not paying for parking on the street, too. We're not talking about paying for parking in a lot.
Yeah.
They want you to pay on the street.
So you know what I find interesting about that? So now they're gonna spend more money. Let's say they put up meters. They're gonna spend more money putting up meters.
No, it's not gonna be no meters.
You don't think it's gonna be meters?
They're gonna go with they're gonna sell you a permit that you gotta buy to park on the street. Oh, we getting in today, y'all. Just the look on S.I Shawn's face says a lot.
Damn.
It's going to get interesting today, bro. That's why listen.
It ain't about the people, B.
It ain't. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention, man. First off, I want to shout out a couple people that I met last week, man. It was interesting.
Let's go.
Shout to the Christian barber.
Mm-hmm.
He cuts hair.
Let's go.
And he gives you a little bit of the word while he there.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Shout to FKA, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate agent.
Yeah. /
one of the meanest type bars in the city.
Damn.
Outside of my own.
Yeah.
But I will say,
let's go.
It was very, very, very interesting. Last week's car meet was interesting on a couple levels.
Yeah.
I learned a couple things, and I saw a couple things that I was like, wow. And it's been so long since I've been in like that, in a place like that, where it was just, there was no wilding, there was no nothing.
I'm surprised, really?
It was great.
It was like
great.
Controlled fun.
Controlled fun. And we're going to talk about it, too.
Damn.
We're going to talk about it because it just really hit on another thing that we had talked about earlier.
Yeah.
you know, and we're gonna get into it, man. I don't want to kill it for everybody. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
And we about to jump right into the show.
So I gotta ask you real quick though. So you trying to tell me that they can actually be like a collection of cars with people and nobody's getting hit by cars? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. It could be.
Damn.
It
so
could
it's not
be.
just a dream.
No, it's not a dream.
Oh snap. I think we on to something then, y'all.
It is not a dream. I was shocked. I was like, nobody doing takeover donuts and crashing into people. And I can't front. It was one idioso there, though.
Oh, it was.
It was one.
Damn, it always got to be one, though, right?
And we gonna get into it. I'm telling you, it blew me away. But I did see so many things that inspired me. That lets me know that the car community is not dead. They're actually paying attention. And the sad part is, at the end of the day, the problem is really who's passing out the law. So they'll have you believe that it's like that. But it's not. Damn. We even social media, we see it on social media, so we think that's how all car. It's not. I was shy. I was like this, like, wow, I should have took more footage.
Yeah. But
it was definitely interesting, man.
I hear that.
Definitely interesting.
I hear that right there.
So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into the show. You got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody out there who's just doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Who's keeping a level head and just keep grinding, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cool. That's a fact, man.
Keep grinding. That's what I like. I'm gonna tell you. That's another thing that I noticed. There are people out there with real projects. Real projects. And that's why, and that really is what inspired me.
Classic projects or?
Classic. Classic. Like you got, and not even, some of them was not classic. Some of them was just projects. They projects. They doing what they feel they need to do for what they love. And I was like, yo, you know what, man? It was just really inspiring, man.
Damn.
It was really inspiring. I saw a lot of things. And we're gonna get all into it when we talk about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get right into it.
I gotta ask, what was the hardest V you seen out there?
It was okay.
I remember you putting up perhaps a 15th anniversary Supra. I don't know. I thought
that's hilarious.
I thought that was the best vehicle out there.
Of course,
I thought that was the best one out there with the chrome ponies. I thought that was it.
Nah, I think that Aristo was bad. It was right-hand drive and it was manual with a 2J in it. Can't beat that.
You can beat that with the Supra, my man.
Nah, son. That Supra was super stock.
Even better.
Like,
all right, so here we see. Y'all can already tell this is going to be a pretty interesting one because he's already starting. He's already started right now.
Shout to sales, because we're going to talk about that too. They out here pushing these EVs, and California is like Escape from California right now. Like, they got landslides, snow, water running through the place. Like, how you expect me to want to charge a car? Yo, shout to sales for that. How you expect me to want to charge a car there, son?
But you got to remember, man, they also doing, like, what they really doing is, like, they putting a cloak over your eyes. This is happening over here, but they still trying to push the agenda in the EVs, knowing these joints cannot last, bro.
And they know it. And they know it. They like, yo, but we got to move forward. Okay.
We have to do this.
Not a problem when they doing it on your back.
Yeah, right?
Not a problem when they doing it on your back. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention. I see the listeners going up. Don't forget, if you're watching, just drop a like wherever you from. Drop a like so we know where you at. And drop your name in the comments so we can shout you out. 100%. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. We're going to jump right into this because this parking thing is crazy.
Nah, man, that joint blew my mind away when I read about that. I was like, how they trying to?
They don't care.
Damn. Because we not saying enough, son. We not doing enough. So they like, yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's just like you got that bully in school, right? If you're not going to do nothing, why I'm going to stop bullying you?
That's a fact.
Why I'm going to stop?
We're going to see how much they bullying us. You ready for this?
Let's go.
With that being said, y'all, you ready to get in?
Yeah.
We go. Now.
Yeah.
They tuned in last week. What you got for them, kid? What was the recap?
Yo, if y'all tuned in last week, y'all so happy to miss this, shame on y'all. Try not to make that a habit because Riley Radio was here and we got that news you need to hear. Check this out, though. I find this one pretty interesting.
What you got?
Nissan has a 700,000 recall on the Nissan Rogue.
700,000?
700,000.
A recall of 700,000 cars.
That is ridiculous, son. The risk of shutting off while driving. How?
Yo, wait. Before we continue. He said, I just came from Toyota at Green Acres. That dude in the parts is a numbskull. Holy crap. That is hilarious. I needed that.
Damn, son. I wonder what part you was asking about that he couldn't figure out. Because sometimes, he may get a little crazy in there. You know what I'm saying? He said,
what up, Draco? He said, I just can't. He's a numbskull. That is hilarious. Shouldn't be in there selling parts. He should be mopping the floor.
Damn.
Continue on. What else you got?
That's crazy right there. Yeah. So this recalls with these Rogues, right? From what year? From 2014 to 2020. So if you got a Nissan Rogue, bring it in, man, because you don't want to be shutting up while driving. That is a nightmare, son.
Hilarious.
Straight up nightmare, kid. Straight up. But I got another good one for y'all.
What else you got?
This is it's so crazy right now, man.
It's a fact.
It's crazy. Let's talk a little bit about Max Verstappen and his win.
Oh, and that's gonna be a new segment for us,
Yeah.
We getting into the racing.
We have to.
Because there's a lot of people who think we don't know. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
But continue on. Mm-hmm. Max Verstappen takes that victory.
Max Verstappen takes the victory because he's like he's playing dirty pool, though.
Is he?
He's bumping.
Rubbing his racing, though.
Yo, it's hard to roll with open wheel racing.
Then jagged edge. Like, take that.
I'm telling you, but not for nothing. If you ask me, the only reason why he's catching these wins because Mercedes, for some reason, not dialing in for him right now.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's
too.
ridiculous.
We're gonna talk about that.
Let's just say they feel like his time is up, but still though.
We're gonna talk about it because he said it again.
Cause you know what? That's bad because if he has a lot left in the tank and he knows it, it ain't not adhering to what he's saying. That's a problem. I'm telling you, son. I'm telling you. I think that's pretty interesting. Another good one from last week is Porsche selling brand new classic car parts.
Let's go.
Damn, son.
I love it.
You know what's so crazy though? Because they absolutely are missing out on a lot of dough because of that.
A lot of car companies are.
They are for sure.
A lot of car companies are. Shout to everybody. Shout to the water. Shout to the water. Shout to the water. Let's go.
That's a fact right there. That's a good one, son. That's a good one, B. Oh, man, this is one of my favorites. You know, I'm a wagon man. I love wagons.
This is a family show. We only...
Let's go. Audi is considering bringing an RS4 wagon here to the States, baby. No minivan, a wagon.
Stop.
I'm just saying, son.
Because you have the wagon, it leaves with a minivan.
Yo, that's crazy right there. So now for them, it's gonna be fantastic, man, because we don't see a lot of like I want to say brand new ones. I mean, they do have the S6, right? Or the Audi or the A6 running around, but this RS4, we've been missing this one, son.
Yes, go.
That's a fact.
He said, S.I, dude told me my cold start issue was because the stock spark plug gap is too much. Told me to get Camaro coils and switch to E85. Dude, stock should still work. Like stock. That is hilarious. I see what he's saying. I don't know. I would like to believe that he was telling you that, like trying to show you like how much of a guru he is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like that's not what I asked you, fam.
That's weird because
Camaro plugs. How I'm supposed to listen? Maybe
I'm lost. How's it Camaro plug?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. That is hilarious. I'm sorry, Drake.
Yo, I also realized though with E85 in the cold, the reason it's hard for those things to start because it doesn't evaporate.
Right.
It doesn't vaporize fast enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a little while for that. Yeah, it's a fact.
So, my thing is, Draco, is a car not starting at all in the cold, or is it giving you a delay?
Yeah, like what's going on with that? Because reason being, my neighbor, he's running E85 on his STI. He had to switch his tune because it won't start. He was having crazy trouble starting, so he had to switch it.
Then he told him it may be his flywheel tooth missing. This guy was all over. God,
that's it, man.
He's the understeer so far, man.
That's a fact. But yeah, that's all I got for the recap. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all realized like, yo, damn, man, some crazy stuff going on already.
That's another thing too. If you having any problems with the autos, drop them in the comments and we'll see if we can do our best to solve them.
Factory, right?
We'll do the best we can to solve them for you. But with that being said, you got any more you want to talk about?
Nah, that's
because I want to get into this. You ready?
Let's go.
With that being said,
yeah.
Weekly facts. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Now we get down. You know, we stop the music. You already know what it is. You know it's serious.
It's time.
NYC wants you to register and pay for a permit to park on the street. You heard me. You heard me. You heard me.
That didn't even make sense. No, I don't think they heard that, man. You got to repeat that.
NYC has proposed. Let's put that out there. Now, we got you, Draco. I'm reading it too. NYC has proposed that you pay for parking on the street. I'm gonna just put it like that.
Damn, son. So what happens if you don't pay for this?
If you don't pay for the parking,
and it so happens to go through, I wonder what happens.
Sounds like you get a mean ticket, or you get told. What else happens if you don't have the registration that they're supposed to have? This is gonna be interesting, y'all. Here we go again with the city. I've said it once. We've said it once, and we'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
NYC is gonna make their money on your back. Damn, it is a scamdemic now. Inflation is because of scamdemic. They got to get that bread back.
That's a fact.
And they like, we're going to help you by raising inflation and making them pay more. Everybody's trying to make their money back.
Damn. So, but I always say this, man. They're going to make their money no matter what. I think they want to make it at a faster rate, though. I think they want to get it back as fast as possible.
I mean, what's the best way? The best way for me to get my bread back is how? Quickly and in a hurry.
Yeah.
Expeditiously. Need my money.
Keep the change, you filth.
Give me
your fucking money.
They trying to take it.
They don't care what they do in the process, son, as long as they get in that dough in. Like I'm telling you, son. But see, I feel like certain things the people's definitely gonna start to speak about, son, because this is out of control, son.
Yo, it's all happening at one time. Yeah, the banks got rabbit-eared, man. Drop a like if you can, or drop your name in the comments too, and we're gonna shout you out. But we ready to get into this. I want y'all to hear me out. This is coming from the Post, and I don't even like reading the Post, but we're going to get right into it. The Big Apple's already cutthroat street parking game could get even more ruthless.
Yeah, I heard that. Cutthroat already.
In a bid to bail out the financially ailing MTA, the state Senate is looking to impose a residential parking permit scheme that could see New Yorkers fork out $30 a month just to snag a space in their own neighborhood. Those backing the proposal argue it could cut down on numbers of commuters, including those from New Jersey and Long Island, who currently take up parking spaces across the city. They also say it could generate $400 million annually for the cash-strapped MTA, which is enough to fill roughly a quarter of the agency's annual budget deficit, estimated to be between $1.3 billion and $1.6 billion. But critics quickly lash out, telling the Post on Wednesday that charging residents to park in spots that are currently free was nothing more than a bid to balance the budget on the MTA on the backs of the taxpaying New Yorkers who would do nothing to solve their parking woes. Wow.
Yo, that is ridiculous, son.
Shout to the Facebook use like it's parking already. It's bad enough. And then you see how this is how they do y'all, man. And I gotta shout this out. Like I said, if you rocking with us, drop a like wherever you are, 100%. If you can. They do the scare tactic again.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're coming over here stealing your parking, so we gotta put Come on, bro. How many people from Long Island really drive how many people from Long Island actually trust their car in Queens?
This is what I'm saying.
Nah,
it makes sense.
Come on.
Even
bro.
a hoop.
I'm not even pushing an electric skateboard through there.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on. But like you just said, man, they just using that and they hoping that people like this. Oh, maybe that makes sense. Maybe it does. No, it don't. How?
And this is my problem. So now they want to charge you $30 a month to park on the street.
Yeah.
Hear me out. And that don't get rid of the meters.
Of course not.
That don't get rid of the meters.
Yo, it don't get rid of the readers. It doesn't get rid of the meters. It doesn't get rid of the parking garages. None of that.
Come on, bro.
But again, they doing it on our backs because they don't care. And here's my thing, right? They told me it's going to fund the MTA. Wait.
Don't the MTA fund the MTA?
That's what I was thinking,
See,
right?
But now, here we go. So we did a little homework, and I already knew this, but a lot of people don't know that the MTA doesn't keep the money that they get.
What do you mean?
The money that you pay in paying fare and paying tolls, once they collect it, they got to send it to the state. They send it to the governor.
Okay.
And from that money that they make, or whatever money that the governor just gives them enough to operate. Because remember, they're not a business.
Yeah.
They're not a business. What they do is just provide a service.
Yeah.
So the governor's paying for the service.
Mm.
Like here, okay, you made $100 million. Here's $10 million for the year to operate. That's what they do. So even though you're paying, it's the governor who is supposed to take care of the MTA, Long Island Railroad. That's on them. That is why transit workers are not city employees. They're not. NYPD is paid through the city.
Yeah.
FDNY
paid through the city.
Sanitation
city. Oh shit.
Transit is not.
Damn.
And this is something that people gotta hear.
Damn.
This is what people gotta hear. Because at the end of the day, now it makes sense why they want to raise $400 million. Because how much is Eric? Remember, Kathy Hochul want to put the budget in place, right?
Yeah.
And Eric Adams told her no because she wants the city to fork over $500 million a year for MTA. So how else they gonna get it?
Damn, son.
Because this is 400 right here.
Yeah. But yo, hold on. Didn't they just make $100 million with these speed cameras and light cameras? Didn't they just do that?
There you now do the math. 100 plus 400 does what?
Son, that sounds like they can make 500.
Oh, my man.
But they making dough over there. They making money over there already.
I hope everybody heard that math.
Son.
100 million in speeding camera tickets, and the other 400 million they're gonna make annually for you parking.
Yo, I'm telling you, son. Yo, they not gonna stop, son. They not gonna stop. Remember, they gonna even start charging going to Manhattan, go deep down in the park.
Oh, that's nothing.
The mileage.
You talking about the congestion pricing.
Yo, son.
And now we're gonna talk about charging you on your registration, how far you drive. Oh, we're gonna keep it going.
But this is what we trying to we trying to get across to you guys. Like, yo, we gotta vote smarter, yo. Because this is not making sense. For us, it's not making no sense. How you gonna charge me for parking in front of my rib? How you gonna do that?
Easy. Make you get a registration. If you don't get it, I'm taking it.
This is what I'm saying, yo. This is like bullying 101, son.
Son, that's exactly what it is.
Damn. And we just gonna sit there and look at them. This is what I'm saying, yo. We gotta pull this together.
So the real reason we brought it up, and like I said, shout out to everybody listening, paying attention, is because people really need to understand the tricks. And you want to know who brought this up?
Who?
It was a city council member from Queens.
Yeah.
That brought this up.
Damn, son. Yo.
I'm telling you. So to think that these are the same people you putting in office, I'm telling you, everybody got their hands. Everybody got their hands in it.
We could charge them 30. Oh, 30's not much. Yo, 30 times 100,000 people.
Shout to Cedric. He said, I like the neighborhoods where you can't park on the streets. Park in your damn yard. These ninjas be parking crazy in Queens. That's a fact. But a lot of them places you could park on the street, you just can't stay there all day.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you can't park in front of the house all day and you can't park overnight.
Yeah.
That, to me, eliminates a lot.
Sure it does.
But as far as making people pay $30 a month to park your car on a free, now the street ain't free no more.
Damn.
So if the street ain't free, what if you come home and somebody in your space? What are you gonna do?
And you paying for it.
Right. Now you paying for it. Can I put a cone on the street now? Because if you put a cone on the street now, cops will come by, they'll issue you a ticket for that.
Yeah, they do that, but people can care less about that.
I'm telling you,
still
man.
drop the cones.
What people fail to realize is that they're pop tires. That is a fact. Cat's gonna come out wilding. We already seen the dude that came out stabbed, son. He stabbed him and killed him right there. Went right back in the house. Wait for the police. Right there on American 225. He said, yo, the dude moved the can and parked the car. He came out, yo, leave it there. No.
Damn.
Banged him up, left him laying there, man. The great NYC exodus is shout to Aaron. You
Let's
ain't
go.
lying, man.
Nah, he ain't bullshitting. He ain't bullshitting, son. Damn.
Shout to Cedric. He said, dudes literally have a mechanic shop on the street near my house, parking all types of abandoned cars anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, he died. They did. He killed that man because he parked in his space. And it didn't make any sense. The guy that came, the guy who killed him, he was 50 years old. He killed like a 30-year-old dude.
Damn.
Came out with a big butcher knife, stabbed him up for a parking space.
For a parking spot.
For a parking spot.
Nah, he owed him though.
Nah.
Nah, he owed him though.
It was a parking spot.
Son, you trying to tell me I'm gonna take you over a parking spot? Nah, fam.
He took over the parking spot and the dude stabbed. Yo, I'm telling you.
So he probably was talking wild crazy to him.
He definitely was talking spicy. That, you know how that goes.
But it had to be about dough.
No.
Bedroom, I'm trying to tell you, son. Yo, So you're gonna choose violence that way for a parking spot?
Yo, he was already. I heard he was already nuts.
Oh, see,
so it's like you talking to the crazy guy on the block. I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that. But you understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is gonna do nothing but spark wars and just make you pay more money.
So here's the thing.
People, I say this to say, you have to pay attention who you are voting for.
Again, man, you gotta leave. You gotta leave alone what you did in the past, or however way you was voting previously. You gotta let it go. Gotta let it go, son.
You gotta let it go. If you know, and this is past. Like we're car guys here. You feel what I'm saying? So ultimately, the reason we're even talking about this is because it is affecting car people. That's
sure.
It. Because if it had nothing to do with cars, it's like, well, we really be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost ridiculous. Some of the things that they're trying to do.
Yo, not for nothing. So it's gonna start a lot of problems in the city, though.
So we gotta put some people on blast here.
Let's go.
Right? So it looks like first we gotta put Senator Mike Gianaris.
Yeah.
He's a Democrat and he's a city council for Queens. He backs the renewed push for parking permits. He said residential parking permits have been requested by many New Yorkers for years. At a time when the MTA faces a historic budget crisis, giving New York City this option is a good way to raise revenue, benefit our neighborhoods. He's serious.
But that's not even accurate. I don't understand.
All right. Rally Radio, who we got in the box? Uh-oh.
Resident Ford guy. Let's go, Miller Town.
What's going on, Miller?
Oh, where you at it?
Florida? My man.
Yo, you love Florida. You love Florida. I feel like you're going to be there soon. Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, though. He ain't lying, son.
I'm telling you. What's your thoughts on that, Miller? I've been kicked out of better establishments than this.
Proudly,
Stop
by
it,
the way.
this, you black. He said, what you do to my legs?
Yo, it's craziness.
But I will say this, right?
Yeah.
When you hear this, Miller, how, like now, when you hear parking on the street, paying to park on the street, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Yeah. That's
Yo, this is ridiculous, man.
That's how we feel right now.
Yeah, seriously though.
Yo, but Miller, that's the problem. And you know what? That's the problem. The money that they're taking, they're not using it. They're not using it. They keeping it. Mismanagement. They doing it's more than no, it's not mismanagement because they know what they doing.
Yeah, I would think so.
They stealing.
Everybody trying to get their pockets lined, son.
Uh-huh. Right. Wow. What? Wow. He didn't care. Wow. You see how now continue on because Miller's a balanced individual.
Yeah.
But I know on the inside he's ready to get out, just back the truck up over him. But go ahead, keep going. Oh, you can't hit. They said they can't hear Miller.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, Miller,
Damn. I see how it could get sideways.
the people are saying they can't hear you. I don't know what's going on with this thing here, but keep going, keep going.
Damn, son.
Right, you're a grown man. So let me fill the people in. I'm gonna fill the people in who can't hear. So Miller's calling in. He said that he was going to the Dollar Tree.
Yep.
And he was about to park. And when he goes to park,
Mm-hmm.
a guy comes out the house and stands in the parking space. And I'm guessing it was in front of the guy's house, right?
Okay.
Miller, right next door. So Miller's like, "Yo, listen, I just need to park here. I'll be here. I'm being out in 10 minutes." Older man. We ain't talking about no little baby. We talking about a grown man that says, "Not my problem."
Damn.
He says, "Not my problem." And at that point,
Yeah.
this is when Miller just jumped out, started wilding. I had to go get him out of there, wilding.
That's it.
I said, "Miller, stop."
Damn, son. Damn.
So, continue on, Miller. He blacked on him.
That's it.
There's nothing we could do. I said,
Man.
"Miller, I got your back. I'll beat it in a minute." He blacked on him.
Yeah, right?
Now I'm gonna take 10 minutes. Drop it and hit his bro. Yo, Miller, you stupid.
Shifting gear.
You stupid.
Drop the clutch and hit the gas.
Yo, I will say this much though. Well, continue on. Go ahead. Yeah.
Damn.
Facts.
So that don't even make sense.
Cats is killing cats over parking spaces. They said Miller for president.
That's a fact, right?
Miller was outside. He said, "Look, sir," he did it nice, sir. Sir, I need the parking. He was like, "Nah, that's not my problem." He said, "You know what's your problem, sir? This is your problem now."
Your problem now. That's it. Oh, shit, nah, that's real, man.
Yo,
Dang, son.
Yo, Miller, as usual, my brother.
Fact.
Thank you for the call.
Yep.
Yo, safe trip, safe travels.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, man, we with you for at least the next hour and a half.
Absolutely.
They don't. Yo,
Let's go.
Miller, we can hear it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We can hear how fast you going.
Let's go.
So I will say this: they don't fight for parking spaces in Florida. So
Damn.
have fun. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yo, Miller, thanks for calling in and keep tuning. You know what to do, kid. Let's go. Copy that, kid. Later. Peace.
Let's go.
Miller was out there like, yo. See, and that's what I mean. This could create a real problem.
No, it will.
Because I pay for this spot. No, I don't care if you pay for this spot. Okay, I'm going to call the police. Oh, nah, we don't show up for those little small,
Yeah.
Y'all going to have to figure that out yourself. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Now you going up in there, you getting the Rocky gloves out.
That's it.
Like, yo, so I'm going to ask you one more time, to get out my parking space. He's like, no, I'm not moving. You like, okay.
Yo,
it's going down after.
It is. I can see how it could go sideways. Absolutely get it. But you know what the biggest problem is, right? Is it a budget crisis? Like you said, they don't keep the dough. The dough goes somewhere else, and they just push back whatever they think they need. That's the problem right there.
Say it again.
That's the problem right there. It goes out of the MTA hands.
Yes, it does.
Then they get a little piece, but now it's a problem. I don't even understand.
Oh, I think he hung up.
Like, that's confusing to me. So,
well, you know what the confusing part is at the end of the day? I mean, we could go into if we dig into the city.
I know.
We'll be here all day.
But you know what I don't get though, better one man, before we move on, it's like, yo, y'all can't stop the robbery going on over there. So since y'all can't do that, y'all gonna make us pay for it.
That's a fact.
To pick up the tab. How?
You know why? Because they could do it. The higher ups is not budgeting right. Nah. Again, they are.
No, they're budgeting correctly for them.
Right. They're budgeting to make sure they get their salary.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. I want y'all to understand something. We think when we look at the regular workers, we like, oh man, they make 100,000.
Yeah.
They make no. You need to see the salaries of some of these people all the way upstairs.
Yeah.
They making $350.
Yeah.
$60,000 housing expenses paid.
Yeah. Damn.
Full easy pass. Crazy retirement. All they got to do is work it for 3 years. Straight up.
Telling you, man, but that's it really irritates me because it's like so much going on, and then we the ones who pay for that, and then we're gonna turn around and get beat up for a parking spot. Come on, son.
It's a fact. You're gonna turn around, you're gonna run right in the Ronald over here. Like, yo, son, I thought I told you that's my spot. Oh, watch out.
Yo, you know what bothers me too, because I understand what Miller said. I mean, one time I went to Dollar Tree too, and I had to park in front of somebody's house, but luckily nobody was there. But I was in and out in like 5 minutes. It was nothing. But now that's gonna be a big problem. So because then now you're gonna give you the 5 minutes because you pay for that now bidder one. I don't need you parking there then.
That's a fact.
Because I'm paying for it.
That's a fact. And that's my thing. When they said this, who thought about enforcement?
They thought about that. What happened?
Run if you see Ronald. Run, Ronald, run. Yo, because he's wilding.
I'm telling you, kid. You know what's so real? They thought about the enforcement part, son. They thought about it.
And they said, yeah, we ain't got enough to fund that. So we ain't worried about it. I'm telling you,
unless we charge them $40 a month.
This is why we turn the music off, y'all, because it gets serious in here. I just want y'all to keep in mind, these are the people that you're putting in office.
Say it again, B.
This is your governor that you put in office. This is your mayor that you put in office. These are your city council. These are your councilmen, your district people. All of these people are like, yo, we got to figure out how to keep our game going.
Damn, son. They talking about, people been requesting this for years. Really?
And at the end of the day, this is why it needs to be sprinkled in there. Because if all one side believe one thing, it's passing.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't no way around it. It says, what do you call it when you make laws you yourself wouldn't want to follow? New York State. That is hilarious. Shout to the listener for that one, because that is hilarious. And we're not done.
You know what this reminds me of? it's just like the exhaust stuff and like that. How you said they tried to do this a long time ago, but they didn't go. But now all of a sudden it's starting to work.
They got the right people in
But
there.
that's what I mean. It's like how it's like who's in there? Who are we putting in there for real? Like now this stuff is starting to fly. Like what's going on?
You putting people in there who say one thing.
So they hitting us with the swindle right from the gate, and we buying it. Son.
And the thing is, see what it is. It creates a warfare because people like, oh, I don't drive. Why am I worried about it? Yeah, but what if you do?
Hold on. What about when your people pull up?
Listen, I realize there's a lot. This is why transit is a breeding ground for crime because everybody
breeding ground.
Oh, you ain't driving, is you? Okay, come on, man. Streets of rage down there. They be like, telling you, man.
These are the breeding ground for crime.
Yo, I'm telling you, Ronald be down there like, oh, yo, you got $1? Oh, you ain't got nothing for me? Oh,
He said you don't got nothing for me.
You don't got nothing for me? Nah, you're going to have to give it up, bro.
Oh, man.
And this is just to alluding to what else we talking about. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention.
Factory.
We joking, but we serious.
At the same time. Mm-hmm.
So,
shit.
Y'all ready for this?
Let's go.
7 states have now banned the sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. And this is going to be short-lived. We want y'all to hear about this. And shout to the Facebook. He said, what about when they add the $100 on the toll bills if you pay? You already know who get that money.
Come on, son.
You already know who getting that bread.
Damn, B.
So 7 states have now planned to ban gas-powered car sales. 7 states now plan to ban the gas-powered car sales after 2035. Maryland is now one of those states. 0 emissions, right?
Mm-hmm.
California was the first state. Then it was New York, New Jersey.
Yep.
You have a whole different matter, a whole bunch of states. Well, 7 states extra now. And you know, it's all the usual suspects. You got New Hampshire, Vermont, Maryland, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and now DC, right? All of them are banning the sale of gas-powered cars in 2035. I'm about to tell y'all something, and it's going on in front of your face. Now, this we talking about, right? Like I said, we don't get into politics unless it affects cars or anything about cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the United States just did?
No, what they did?
The United States just opened up another line for oil in Alaska.
Damn.
Approved by Joe Biden. The same guy,
Sleepy Joe. Mm-hmm.
the same guy who's like, yo, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna try to go full electric. Then he gets up on the podium and says, we gonna need oil for a little while longer. He's serious. So now, U.S. oil production will remain historically high through 2050.
Damn.
So if they're gonna be producing oil,
yep,
to 2050, but they telling you you can't have a gas car after 2035.
Yep.
Who is going to be left with these cars and fit for them 15 years? You know who?
Who's that? Tell them.
The people who got all the cash.
Give me your fucking money.
Yo.
If you ain't making no money, gas-powered cars are not for you.
Son, that it only makes sense. Because think about it, son. You can't cut off the people with the dough because they're going to be lying to you anyway.
So nobody, this is what I'm saying, son. Nobody's like paying it.
This is crazy.
Despite the campaign rhetoric of ending fossil fuels, President Biden acknowledged in his recent State of the Union, which was like last week, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. He said the decade.
But y'all can't have any piece of that though. Sorry, guys. Y'all gotta get full electric though.
But a new report released Thursday by an independent agency of Biden's own government projects it will even be much longer than that. In fact, the 2023 annual energy outlook from the Energy Information Administration finds that the United States oil production may even increase between now and 2050, even as clean energy sources like wind and solar power increases dramatically. Well, I ask you again, you have to get an EV. You have to get an EV. We not selling this. We not doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
But I bet you they motorcades when they driving around going to be gas powered.
For sure. Yo, like you just said, man,
Come on.
They not gonna cut off the ones with the dough. They not, son. They can't do it. So they gonna make everybody else, like you said, who don't got the money,
pay.
Yeah, you can't have one unless you're gonna pay for it.
And remember this:
Damn.
really, the game is the independence. That's the game.
Sure it is.
The game is the independence because right now,
Damn.
to help all the people, they got to depend on
Yeah.
the Middle East. They trying to change that. Say like, you know what? We're gonna be charging. We're gonna be making our own electricity and charging ourselves and keeping all the money inside. But you know what happens when you do that?
What's that?
Monopoly, baby.
Yeah.
Now I get to charge you anything I want. That's what they doing. And we not finished. This whole thing, motor gasoline and diesel fuel are still in demand for 2050. This is, I'm telling you, man, if I didn't do the homework, that is what you call the pimp game. Shout to he got all those kudos to do the Green New Deal nonsense, knowing full well him and his buddies need oil for that guap. Exactly.
Factory. Damn.
Exactly. And we not finished.
Damn.
We not finished. So we talked about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to talk about the EU. Because Europe is the first one that everybody's trying to follow.
Yeah.
And what do? EU countries want to soften pollution limits and the 2035 internal combustion ban.
But
8 nations now regard the Euro 7 emissions rules as unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
But the CEO of Toyota don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, right?
The CEO of Toyota don't know what he's talking about.
He was telling them, son. He was trying to tell people, like, yo, this doesn't make sense. Yo, son.
I don't even know what to say, man. And we're going to get into it. And then after that, I want to get your take on it. Now that you done heard everything. So, transport ministers from the Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia on Monday discussed their push to change proposed European Union vehicle emissions limits. The proposed Euro 7 law, which EU countries and lawmakers will start negotiating this year, would tighten limits on health-harming pollutants, including nitrogen oxide. The EU has said the health benefits would far outweigh the cost. But countries, including the Czech Republic, oppose the proposed rules that they say are burdensome for industry. Most have big car-making sectors. An EU official said the ministers had discussed the law's unrealistic deadlines and issues with equipment to enforce it. Our effort in the area of Euro 7 to make those conditions really, really realistic to make them achievable. The Czech Republic says the countries have reservations on a short period for adoption of the norm, which under proposed should come into force in the mid-2025 for cars. This is going to be interesting.
But yo, you know what bothers me the most, man?
Let's go. What's your thoughts? Let's go, S.I.
They keep pretending like the vehicles is the problem, son.
Say it
it's
again,
like,
please.
why they keep feeding this agenda like the whips is the issue? Like that's what's so confusing about it. Okay, sure, there's a path of least resistance. Okay, cool. But if you really want to get to the environment and all that, for instance, like Dr. Phil said the other day, how about those carnival boats? Why not? Come on, it doesn't matter, yo.
Y'all heard the church music when he said that?
Yo, it's ridiculous, B.
Listen.
It's ridiculous.
What about all the bulldozers? What about the buildings, the factories?
So here's the thing, right? A lot of factories though, right? You see a lot of white smoke, right?
Yep.
You know you may laugh or may not laugh. It runs an EGR system.
An exhaust gas.
Yeah, recirculation. So what happens is that's steam. So why not convert the boats that way? Why not throw that system on the boats and stuff like that?
And you know what that sounds like?
What?
Turbo.
Yeah, like you can
reuse of exhaust gas.
They can do that, son, but they're not doing it. That's very interesting to me. So not for nothing, the whips is not the problem. The combustion engines is not the issue, son. It's not. They just trying to, I feel like X is out of gas powered things, period.
Telling you.
I think it's more so like, yo, everybody shouldn't be able to enjoy this. Cause like you just was reading. He talking about they trying to go oil well into 2050.
Telling you.
But they don't want to attack the real problem though. This shit is weird, son. I'm telling y'all, we gotta pay attention to who we voting for, because this is gonna get ugly. And all I can see is getting worse. So we gotta open up our eyes, y'all, and do the right thing.
And you know what? We're not trying to sway who you vote for.
No, I am swaying who you vote for, because I'm realizing some people be like this. Oh, nah, I'm gonna vote for him for whatever reason, and not really paying attention to what that person really gonna do. Sure, they gonna listen to what they saying, but they ain't doing nothing though.
He preaching,
and that's the problem. We gotta start. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing a lot more than just listening. We gotta start seeing things. We gotta start doing homework too. I know a lot of y'all may not like homework, but we gotta start it, B. Because if we don't, it's gonna get ugly, and we need to stop this.
Woo!
We need to stop this, y'all.
The Reverend done spoke.
I'm telling y'all, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. It's getting bad. It's getting bad, son.
Preach.
I'm telling
Preach,
you, man,
Reverend
it's like,
Shawn.
come on.
Preach. Preach. Let them know.
I'm sweating right now, man. I'm telling you, y'all, man. They're the one. We got to get this together. I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. Let's go.
Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Y'all know we joking around, but you know we serious at the same time. It's going to come. I mean, they're doing it to you right in front of you.
And that's what it is now. Now it's just like, you know, it's blatant now. It's like, here, what are you going to do, though? What are you going to do? Nothing. Not going to do nothing. Damn, son. So if you ask me, man, this is definitely going to turn to a more of a, I don't say conservative. Because this is about to get crazy. Son.
But you know what? To me, they say, oh, you know, you got to be either conservative or you got to be Why can't we just be normal? Listen, why don't I just see something that's wrong and say no?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not like that no more. It's like you got to get. I'm telling you, man. It's
all
you
lay down. You know what I'm saying? Get down and lay down. That's what it is.
It's all a game. And when I look at them all, they all playing a game.
And everybody trying to get their pockets lined, son.
They all trying to get this. Remember, Rally Radio said this.
Factory.
They're going to use oil till 2050, but you can't have a gas-powered car after 20. They want you to not purchase a gas-powered car after 2035.
No, better than that. They want to ban them.
They want to ban them, period.
Come on, son.
How you live in a state where they like, yo, we're banning the sale of gas? Like, okay.
Let's just peep the control level, though.
That's crazy.
Son.
Right? So now, that's one thing that's going on, right? Then they turn around and find out that U.S. oil production will keep going, not only to 2035, but
well past that. Well past 2035. Yo, not for nothing. I don't want to say it, man. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
And
son.
now we finding out that the EU, the people who started this, are trying to soften their government on it. And the last piece to the puzzle is that the EU is allowing car companies who produce 1,000 cars or less to sell gas-powered cars. Y'all see if y'all don't see the pattern there, and if you think the United States won't do it, if you think that these, I'm telling you, we just got to put it out there in front of you, and you just make whatever decision you want to make. But one of the reasons we wanted to talk about is because these, to me, this is the stuff that affects us as car guys. One, it's killing a lot of the legends.
Factory.
A lot of the car companies now shutting down. They like, nah, we can't produce these cars. And it has nothing to do with the money.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with people buying it.
R&D, none of that stuff.
It has everything to do with the government.
But see, you know who I also, want to blame in the process of this is that all the car makers and manufacturers, like, they did not sit down and be like, yo, we need to come up with our own type of governing body or some type of lobby or deal, whatever that is.
You know who was the only one who actually had enough bravery to say it's wrong?
Who?
Toyota.
And this is what I mean, man.
CEO of Toyota said it won't work. And they said, how dare you? You don't. So now what did he have to do? He had to step down.
But nobody got with him, though.
Nobody helped. But they believed him behind closed doors.
Sure they did. Of course. That's how it always goes.
Stellantis CEO also said the same thing, but then they killed the Hellcat. We ain't going to listen. Okay.
Come on, son.
At the end of the day, we got to put it out there for them to see.
From the beginning of the time when the automobiles just even started making, you know what I'm saying, they started really getting hot. They should have been thinking about like, yo, hold on. This could spin out somewhere along down the line. Remember how that oil crisis that happened a little while ago?
Yes.
That was the start of it. That was the start of it. When they put all these type of emission regulations and all that, that was the start of it. Like, yo, hold on, yo. We could do this to them?
Yep. The Toyota CEO had to step down. And then Now the CEO that they put in there, what is he doing? He's using Lexus as the EV brand. He's going to use Lexus. He's like, yeah, we got EVs coming. We got 8 Lexuses coming out. Wow. Won't that No, it'll never bankrupt the car companies because the car companies was always going to make that money off who? The consumer.
Yeah, for sure.
The cost is always passed off to the consumer.
For sure, son. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So, like I said, I don't want to paint the doom and gloom, but I feel like a lot of people need to really know and understand what's going on with the people who are in power. We got to know. If we don't know, we can't make an informed decision. The hand is quicker than the eye on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, so after you done spent all of this money to get the car, now the cities want to charge you to keep them. And we're not even going to talk about, like, shout to Aaron, he said the mass exodus out of the city. They're also behind that too. But we gonna leave that one alone. We're gonna jump right into this next one we got here. I know y'all like, yo, bearded woman. I thought it was about cars, baby. We got sorry, but we got a couple things going on. Tesla, man, y'all ready for this? I'm gonna put the music back on because this one is not serious. It's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Tesla app unlocks someone else's car
Strikes
and lets
again.
them drive away with it.
Tesla strikes again, son. What?
What?
Yo, I can't believe that, son. That doesn't even make sense, son. Oh my goodness, B.
So we're gonna get into this because stuff happens, man. And people going, yo, let me tell you. I put up a reel the other day about the lady who was in full self-driving and crashed into the fire truck.
Yeah.
And I actually had somebody straight arguing with me, like, it's not Elon's fault. It's the lady. She should have had more sense.
Damn.
I said she made an educated decision based on what they sold her and what they told her. You can't tell me that's not his fault. But we gonna continue on.
I'm telling you, man, yo, the persuasion is real. I tell you that much. It's serious.
So we're gonna get into this one. As reported by the Global News, immigration consultant Randev was in a rush when he went to pick up his white Tesla Model 3 on March 7th. He used the app to open the door, got in the car, and drove away. As he drove to pick up his children from school, he noticed an unfamiliar crack in the windshield.
It's an unfamiliar crack.
And rang his wife to ask what happened. Randev's wife was unaware of the damage, and he also couldn't find his phone charger. Shortly afterward, he got a concerning text that told him he was driving the wrong car. As it turned out, Randev's white Tesla Model 3 had been parked next to another near-identical car. Using the Tesla app, Randev had intended to unlock his own car. Instead, for some reason, let's put that out there.
Yeah.
The app reportedly allowed him to unlock a different Tesla and drive away. The similarities between the vehicles mean Randev didn't realize his mistake until he was contacted by the owner of the other vehicle. The other owner had managed to find Randev's phone number from a document in his own car. Wow.
How did he get in that?
Oh. Now that is the jewel.
Son, how did the other dude get in? Yo.
So not only did Randev get in the wrong car, this dude.
So you know what happened? I think what happened, right?
It's the understeer.
Yeah,
that's what happened. But
they're both understairs right now, right? So I think Mr. Randall over here unlocked his V in this one. So when the other dude pulled up and he can't tell his Tesla from nobody, from another white one, he just jumped in it.
He said, "That gotta be mine.
That has to be mine."
He jump in there and smell like craziness in there. Charge. Yo, who caused this?
Yo, where's my crack in the windshield? I ain't fix it.
Yo. Hilarious.
But this is the problem, son.
What's your thoughts on that though? How could that happen? Like,
maybe the frequencies got crossed, or son. Maybe this Tesla right here picked up Tesla. This dust, bro. It's dust. I think.
How did that happen? I'm still lost. Man.
It has to be something going on with the vehicle, son.
It has to be something.
It has to be, son.
I'm not getting it.
I get it, man.
I'm not getting it.
When
Randall was able to re-enter the vehicle after parking and drove it back to its proper owner. The two men were able to laugh about the situation and notified the police to make a report on the matter with no action taken by the police, huh? So they went to the police about this? Nah, something ain't right.
Son.
Randolph went back like, yo, you stole my car, bro. You stole my car, bro. That's the only thing I can make. That doesn't make sense. So now we both gonna laugh about it. You ain't gonna give me my car keys and I'm out. He was afraid this dude stole something out of his car.
So here's the thing. They claimed back in the day it was easy to get mistaken and hop in the wrong V because older cars, for some reason, their key cylinders will wear out. So you'd be able to open them.
Okay.
However, though, we supposed to be past that with all this electronic and
kid, he used the app.
This is what I'm saying. I think some type of frequency got crossed, B. Had to.
But he was able to park it and get back into it. And not only that, this dude was able to get in the car himself. He was able to get in Randolph's car. First off, they both understand, son. Me with this. They both get to understand.
See, you know what bothers me the most? Let's say I see another S.I that look like mines.
Yes.
I can tell if I see mines or not.
Yes.
I don't think you don't even gotta be an enthusiast at that point. You just know your things.
Obviously, Mr. Randolph don't.
Son.
Mr. Randolph has no idea he was driving somebody else's car until he got down the block. Say, yo, who put the crack in it? Called his wife and all that.
Yo, who put the crack in?
Went to put the phone on the charger. Ain't nothing in here. What? Who took the? God,
did I take it with me? By patting his pockets down? Like, what's the charge at?
And then what do you do when you realize you're driving somebody else's car? Like, see, this is why you can't make things too smart.
Son,
it's so smart that you stupid.
You know, see, I don't even think it's that smart, man, because it couldn't even. So the problem is, right, that vehicle, how was it still able to drive without even recognizing the other owner's type of information that's supposed to be with it? And how was he able to get out, turn off, and be able to turn it back on? How? Let's say you got a key fob, right? Like our cars. Yo, you turn that joint off without the key fob, bro, you cannot get back into that car and let alone drive it away.
Church music. Again.
Strezler. What is it called? Tesla strikes again, son.
Garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage.
And that app got to be dust too, son, because it's not even opening the right stuff.
It's not even opening the right stuff.
It's a bug.
Well, shout out to everybody who listened, paid attention. Now is our little rant. You already know how it is. You know how we get down. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
Now we get down and we're going to jump right into this next segment of the show. You know how we get down. Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right, this is Tech Talk. Yo, so what we got? We got Ruff. We got Ruff bringing something back. You want to talk about that for a little minute? What you got for
Yeah, we could get into that, man. First off, I'm a bit excited about that.
I am too.
Man, son.
Because I see this car, I think Bad Boys. And I know it's not the same car.
Yeah, absolutely not, but still. So they talking about Ruff brings iconic Porsche-inspired supercars to first imports in the U.S. Damn, that's crazy.
We love it.
So Ruff was never here?
No.
Damn, come to think, you're 100% right.
Nope.
Never seen that right there, right? That's definitely crazy. So, Ruff has been, a manufacturer, been modifying Porsche since what happened?
They have been available since the 90s. I had to look that up. They have been available since the 90s.
Yo, I never seen one here, though. Not even at a car show, nothing, though. I never seen.
Nah, I don't know if it was like that. I think it was more like a word of mouth deal. Or like
Kinda had to be.
I don't think they was
rolling around. Like, never.
I don't know.
I never seen a yellow bird, for instance.
We in the wrong circle.
Clearly.
We hang around with we start hanging around all these rich guys. They probably got one in their garage.
I'll believe that.
I could almost believe that. But go ahead.
I could believe that. So Ruff been dealing with, they've been modifying the Porsche since 1970s. I think that was pretty interesting right there.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, Ruff is the biggest market since the NHTSA approved Ruff models for import. Damn. Son, it's gonna be crazy, son.
Yo, when they start, and not for nothing, just to talk about it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
When they jump into when these cars start being sold, like for instance, when they start bringing back like the 25-year ban, this year is gonna be crazy. When I went to this car show, I saw a lot of things. We're gonna talk about it too once we get past Texas. But I would say I'm excited for this. I would love that they bringing the Porsche-inspired supercar. They're gonna have his own import center.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Another thing though, so the Rough has currently 2 models in production for the CTR anniversary. That means the Yellowbird is coming.
And
Can't breathe, yo. I can't breathe.
stink.
So it's gonna be crazy, B. It's gonna be crazy, son.
It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
Damn.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Here's another one that we came across, and I just thought this was such news. Alfa Romeo promises one last old school supercar before going electric.
Damn.
Now, if any of these car companies are smart, they'd be building a lot of these. You know why? Because they would sell all of them.
They would.
They would sell all of them, but I guess a lot of them are not thinking in that.
I don't think this is no time for limited production.
No.
Nah. Exhausted.
Build
as many as you can.
That's why I like Dodge. Last call. We give you all year. Come get a brand new one. I might get it. I might.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
You know why I'm a little upset about Alpha? Because they just came back to the States, bro. They've been going for about 25 years. They just came back and they about to be going at the same time.
Yep. And they talking about this car may be called the 6C. Great.
Damn.
Either the 6C they gonna call it,
Mm-hmm.
and they talking about it's gonna be one of the last. So I would love to own one. I always wanted to drive one.
I ain't gonna hold you. Them Alphas is nice though. So.
Yeah,
like the Quadrifoglio GTAM.
Quadrifoglio. Just the fact that they got a name like that. Quadrifoglio. Love it. Sounds like a hip hop record.
Yo, that's a fact, son. That's a fact, B. It's crazy, man. But yo, I'm actually excited for it though. But I hope they build enough though. They gotta build enough, B.
Well, they can't say it's parts. They can't get parts and materials now because now they just tell you they robbing the people, man. But
I still feel like, right, I could be wrong. I feel like they doing all this craziness, son. And gas-powered cars is gonna be floating around for. I don't think they're gonna go nowhere. I think this is just like they just putting so much emphasis and effort into this EV thing.
Yes,
that's gonna backfire.
Well, I'm hoping so.
It's gonna backfire.
I'm hoping so. Even with the Forks fuel, I'm with that.
Yeah, but we talked about that.
We don't know the dangers.
We don't know the dangers, right? And what do you have to do in order to get that?
Because they're definitely not going to my CRX.
This is what I'm saying.
But continuing on, Ferrari is recalling 13 SF90 Stradales because airbags could impact child seats. I don't know. Ferraris are calling a total of 13 F90 Stradales sold in the United States over concerns the front airbag may impact the child's seat should one be installed in the passenger seat. I got to stop the music.
So, first off, that's already a technical.
Because I'm not putting a child safety. I'm not putting a baby in my Ferrari.
Better than that, I ain't putting the car seat in the front seat.
Right. I'm not doing that.
That don't even make sense.
Like, we got SUVs and stuff for that. I'm not.
Wagons. We got wagons.
Yeah. What? This guy. But
Ferrari's the understated right about now, and I love them, son. And they understand for that one.
But
son.
But it's funny that you even pointed that out because there is a video of a race car driver. I believe I sent it to you earlier this week. He put his 3-year-old
yeah, that
son,
was interesting. That was interesting, son.
He put his 3-year-old son, hear me out, y'all, in the SF90 Stradale with a baby seat in the driver's seat and put bricks and not bricks, but he put extenders on the gas and brake and the kid drove it around the track.
Yes, he did.
2 ways I feel about that.
How you feel about that?
One, I'm mad this 3-year-old kid drove a car that I've been trying to drive my whole life. That's one. I don't care. 2, Ferrari loses points because if a 3-year-old kid could drive it, then how good is it?
Damn. Well, I guess when you put it like that, they probably thinking, well, it has to be really good if a 3-year-old can drive it. Maybe that's how you look at it. But I agree with you, though. It's like, all right,
ease of use.
I think it's something called 2 ease of use.
Yes.
It has to be.
Has to be.
So he's 3 years old.
He's 3 years old and he's driving a Ferrari. I'm upset at that. But I can't get into my feelings about it.
Damn, son.
Those are the things that we was talking about right there. I'm going to tell you, man, at the end of the day, Ferrari having a recall for a baby seat is like Lexus having a recall on their all-wheel drive system because of the ski racks.
The ski racks is interfering with the all-wheel drive system. So it's literally like the same thing.
Right. So it's silly, man. But With that being said, man, we're going to jump into another segment that we're doing, and we like to talk about the racing in this one.
Mm-hmm.
We really going to talk about F1 in there. So, it looks like F1 drivers are giving assurances about safety at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
What's going on? What's going on over
Last year, they had a missile strike. Boy.
What?
Yeah. What? Listen. Formula One is back at Saudi Arabia this weekend, 1 year after a missile strike hit an oil depot near the track during race week. Whoa.
I mean, not for none. Those jokers gonna be able to outrun it, but damn.
Not for nothing, a lot of the drivers said they expressed confidence, but 7-time F1 champion Lewis Hamilton broached the subject of human rights issues in the kingdom. You know, that's how he get down.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he care about the people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, how comfortable would you feel going to a racetrack that was in the middle of a war zone?
I don't know if I could focus on the race.
Me neither.
Because if it happened once, who says it's not gonna happen again?
My family couldn't come.
Nah, hell no.
They couldn't come. And not for nothing, son. Not for nothing, kid. Yeah. It sounds like you ever played a racing game where it was just reckless violence going on around you?
Some reckless violence. Nah, come on, son.
Like Need for Speed Pursuit, like cops is crashing in the trees, bang, bang, and you just. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I think that's actually interesting.
I think that's borderline ridiculous though, because how we supposed to be racing? We got to worry about missiles though, hitting oil depots.
You remember the game Spy Hunter?
Oh.
They just said you be driving, they shoot missiles at bang bang.
I'm telling you, kid, that's ridiculous. And Hamy's on the road to the right direction with that because come on, yo.
Telling you,
this is serious.
Telling you. Well, it looks like the little bit more F1 news we got. We talked about this. Lewis Hamilton says Mercedes did not listen to his advice. After just one race, the team's decision to stick with its 2022 side pod concept already looks like a disaster. After another relatively slow start to the season last weekend, Lewis Hamilton says his team did not listen to his concerns about the car. It's no secret Mercedes is unhappy with his Formula One performance since the introduction of the new ground effects-based aerodynamic rules at the beginning of the 2023 season. Mm-hmm. Its zero side pod concept is completely unique on the grid, and the resulting W13 that entered last season starting the year uniquely hurt by porpoise as a result. I don't know what the hell I just read. That was interesting. But in the meantime, we already talked about this a little bit. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. When a racer is not being taken serious by his team, that means that they are done with you and they're looking somewhere else. And we've seen it all through all sports. We're going to turn the music down just a little bit.
Yeah.
When you think about the Chicago Bulls, when they didn't listen to Michael Jordan, they was leaving. When the New York Knicks stopped listening to Patrick Ewing, he was out of there. When Yamaha stopped listening to Valentino Rossi, the doctor, when they stopped listening to him, they moved on.
So I gotta ask you, like, how does that occur? Okay, let's say you got new as far as Valentino Rossi is concerned, the doctor. Okay, you do got you do have new talent. What does that mean about you though? Like I'm not relevant no more though. I can't still get busy on that.
It's not that.
What do you think it is then?
After a while, you become you're not as easy to market anymore.
What do you mean by that?
It's all like, remember, a lot of this has a lot to do with marketing, like Hamilton
and sponsors and all that and stuff like that.
Because a lot of times and this is crazy, but follow me with this one.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people start winning, once they win, they feel they could say and do whatever they need to do.
Oh, I think I get where you're going. Oh, and they don't want that.
No, they like, he's a little bit too bold. We need another. We need something fresh. We need a rookie. And that's what's happening.
So we can mold them and we can do what we want.
Or even if they can't, by the time you get to that area, another one's coming in. It's the lifeblood.
Oh, that makes
everything. It's a system. Shout to he said when Jerry was limiting Zeke's runs, it's a Rizzy. That's a fact. Because Ezekiel Elliott just got dropped by the Cowboys, but that's a whole nother thing. Dang. The thing is, right? When they stop listening to the person who drives the car,
or who's handling the ball, or who's riding the bike,
that means that they're taking that responsibility out of your hands and they're putting it in someone else's, meaning an upstart rookie driver.
But so how does that play with Max Verstappen though?
Well, Max Verstappen's gonna get his wins. He's gonna, because there's turmoil over there, he's gonna win. He's good.
But that's what I'm saying. Who else do they have riding for Mercedes?
They got a couple other young drivers. They got a couple other
That's interesting, man. That's interesting. See, I think this really stemmed from, remember that situation that Hammy was in? What was it, like last year?
Uh-huh.
I think it came from that, son.
What you mean? The thing with the
I think the whole thing with the Schumacher
with
thing
him
and everything like that.
Oh,
stuff like that. So I think it really stemmed from that, B. It had to.
Could be right.
It had to. Cause out of nowhere they gonna stop listening to their best driver. Cause you got new talent over there. I'm still here though. Oh man, I don't.
I'm telling you, and not only that, Lewis Hamilton moved on from a longtime partner ahead of this race.
Damn.
And I don't know if y'all remember, there was a video last year that he put on social media where him and Angela Cullen, she's his performance coach.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
he threw her in the water.
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "Oh, how could you do?" He's like, "Nah, it was a bet. She's gone." Yep.
Damn.
She's gone. He's like, "Yo, it's time for her to move on," and he moved on. He has another performance coach. He thanked her for her unwavering support, stating that she had been instrumental in making him the athlete and the person he is today. But she is gone, and you see the changes.
So you saying she gone because of Hammy?
Maybe it's because of Hammy, or maybe he probably feels he don't need it anymore. Or maybe she wanted more money. We never know. But whatever the reason is, she's moved on. And this is the beginning. When you start changing stuff like that, like she was part of his biggest years.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that's kind of, with these things start to get a little tricky because a lot of it starts to not make sense unless you truly dig deep into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the first glance of it, it's not gonna make sense. Because how you do that and we was winning this? I don't get it.
Right.
That's really odd. That's really odd, man. So what can you say from him? Do you think Hammy's getting ready to wrap it up?
No. I think right.
You think he's gonna go to another team? I guess that's what it should
like most champions do. Most champions are always gonna believe that they have it in them. Shout to the Facebook user. He said, all comes down to money. Look at the change that fitment industries. I was looking at a YouTube video on that.
Okay.
Fitness industries, like they're changing a lot of their like a lot of, I believe the two guys or a couple guys that started it, they started warring and one guy got put out. There's a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, he's gonna move on. I think he's got his wins. He's done what he needed to do there. He's gonna move on, and then what happens is when he moves on is to mentor another young driver. It's not his glory. It's like Valentino Rossi.
Yeah,
Valentino Rossi was the man until Lorenzo showed up, and when Lorenzo showed up, and remind you, Lorenzo came up the ranks as well in MotoGP. He not only stepped into MotoGP, he wasn't FIM.
Yeah.
But I think he was riding 250 and 400cc, and then he moved up, and he was really good.
Yeah.
And he was so good that with the bike that's dialed in for Valentino Rossi, he was coming in second. And then there was a point where they would be battling for first. And I think that's when they said he's ready. We got another race so we can move on. And Valentino Rossi didn't want to leave just yet, but he went on to Ducati because the Italian heritage. He's Italian.
Yeah.
And the company's Italian. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it just remains to be seen. At the end of the day, Hamilton, is for that last victory to push him over the edge, he's gonna have to work. It looked like Mercedes-Benz ain't trying to give it to him, and it looked like nobody else is respecting it. He's gonna have to earn it. And right now, I believe he's fourth in the rankings. And I believe tonight is that race where I said they race at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to check
tonight.
that out too. Hold on, what's today? Nah, today's the 18th. I thought it was the 19th.
Let me see. I remember. I'm gonna check it out. But
and I just not for nothing. That's just like Moto America with Jake Gagne because he's getting busy out there.
Yeah,
he definitely came up too. He's definitely he rides for Yamaha. What's it called, lean and fresh, progressive Yamaha and all that. But yeah, it's man, these. It's just supposed to get crazy.
It's how it is. It's sports. Listen, it's a young man's game, and when you're not young, it's not your game. It's not your game. If you ever seen that movie Drive, you ever seen it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
With Sylvester Stallone and the young kid. Same deal.
Yeah.
They brought Sylvester Stallone in to help him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Sylvester Stallone was more than serviceable at that time. He was driving, he was winning, but that's not what they wanted. You're not here to win.
Yeah.
You're here to coach.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true.
So
that is true.
Just remains to be seen. That's going to be another segment we're going to be starting to do every week. It's going to be our what we call. We're going to come up with a good name for it, but I just, for the most part, I just feel like I want to talk about more racing.
For sure.
I really want to talk about more racing. But with that being said, we're going to jump right in, man. We got a couple things coming up here. And this to me is one of my favorite parts because I get to talk about how my weekend went. You ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. It is now driver's etiquette. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Don't forget, it's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And y'all know where to find us, man. Every Saturday, Rally Radio. You can find us on our social media pages.
Find us.
You can also find us at www.barsandhoopsradio.com. That's where you can listen to us live. Right now, the app is down because we are remaking the app. And when it's remade and it's done, we will be back on the app. We would implore you to please tune in on the app if you can. But if you're on the move and you're looking at your phone, you can find us there too. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a little something. Last week was more than inspiring.
Okay.
So let's talk about how it went.
Yeah.
Came in here, we did the show. Great show. And next thing you know, I'm home. I'm out there with the car, looking around, trying to, and I get a couple texts. I start to check social media because it's nice outside.
Yeah.
Everybody knows when it's nice, you're trying to be outside, right? So what's going on? I started looking. I see it's a car meet tonight, but it looked like it's something so underground. It like now we talked about these kind of car meets, where they're not for everyone. You got to get an invite to go.
Yeah,
right. I said, you know what? I got to figure this out. Called S.I. S.I. what's going on? It's crazy. Yo, you got things to do. I said, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, right? I said, I'm a call up my homeboy. Luckily, he was able to get an invite.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's on. We going, right? So we get out there. Bring the Daiku to NY factory. That's what it was. That was the name of the car meet that we actually went to. The Daiku. I thought it was kind of crazy, but when you look at Daiku, they have it in Japan. So they're trying to bring it here. And let me tell you, it was a lot of JDM cars in the building. That's one.
Okay.
Right? So I hate to give away the location.
Okay.
But the location was smart. It was located at a garage. I won't say where, but it was located at a garage.
Yeah.
And when you go into the garage, you got to take a ticket. So it's like you're paying to be there.
Yeah.
And because you're paying to be there, they just can't come throw you out. The company will probably, and they're not worried about it. They shut down. They done for the night.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
Yeah.
But we get in there and we drive in. And I'm going to tell you, man, I saw some cars out there that I was just like, yo.
What about that 15th anniversary Supra that was there?
Man.
Was it not one of the hottest, or if not the hottest machine there?
No.
What are you talking about?
There was some cars there, bro. There was some.
Hold on. Wait.
There was some cars.
Something that was better than that?
Yeah.
Nah. Impossible.
I'm telling you.
What was one of the best cars they had? I need to hear this.
Hold on, because I'm gonna tell. I got to give everybody the way that it looked when I went in there.
Yeah.
So we drive in, and I'm driving the Type R.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like. We in there. I'm like, I'm looking around.
Yo, he's a fool. I'm telling you, son. Not for nothing. That opening scene was crazy, though. It was crazy, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn. It was like
it was crazy like that.
Damn.
It was crazy. Yo, so we go in there. 15th anniversary Super right here.
Nasty Street.
Aristo right here.
Mm-hmm. Instead of
So-
going 6B with the
I didn't know it was shout to Silver Cocaine Aristo. Because I didn't know that Aristo is right hand drive one and manual two. That was impressive. With the Supra ponies on it.
That was crazy, son.
Yo, it was beautiful. But
Damn, son.
so I drive the Type R in, and as we get in there, I see a row of Type Rs.
Like, FK8?
FK8s. Like 6 of them. Pull over, talk to them. Met a couple of them, shared some information. If they listen, shout to y'all if y'all listening to the show. And I got inspired right there. That was one. But then we went around. I go into the lot, right?
Seen about it, SI.
We seen all kind of stuff. There was key cars in there.
How?
I don't know. They have key cars out here. One of them, they had so many different. They had R32s was normal there.
Damn.
There was at least 10 R32s out there.
4 doors too, right?
4-door, some 2-door. It was a lot of cars. There was a lot of cars. Obviously, it still was NYC, so you had some dudes with a lot of Beamers, Audi, stuff like that.
Okay.
You did have a limited edition Type R out there. You had a lot of Toyotas, right-hand drive, Crowns, Presidente.
Yeah.
All
You seen any Centuries out there?
Centuries was out. Yeah,
Damn.
it was a JDM car meet, man.
Shit.
And I mean, it was everywhere. They had everything going on out there. But the reason why it was very interesting to me, or just on top of the fact that it was autos, was, and you haven't seen this in a while, just a lot of the work that people are putting into their cars.
Yeah.
There was a Type R out there. Dude had to have like 600 horsepower.
Damn.
He blew the motor. Or if he didn't blow the motor, he definitely threw a rod.
How did he do that though?
Because he was
ripping it?
Moving it. And he hit the rip. You know how that go. He hit the rip and that was it. Yo, but the car was beautiful. It's a red Type R.
Yeah.
White Volk TE37s with TE37 was an L.
Yeah.
He had Mugen kit all the way around. Work motor, ill front mount. Oh,
so what did that so while you experiencing that, right?
Yes.
Just the just the FK8, crew, and nothing on this one throwing a rod if it was a rod. What do you think about the engine now?
I think he did something wrong though. I think in all honesty,
you think he lost fuel?
I
a
think
lot of times that
I think
can happen.
so. I think he boosted up, maybe it spiked. I'm not sure. But whatever it was, his motor's and he's not sure what it is, but it was making a lot of noise. So he stopped it immediately. He had a tow truck come get it, then he went inside. So I was like, yo, I hear you.
Damn.
Me personally, I mean, after seeing it, just lets you know that you got the right car. I got the right car.
Okay, but what did that make you think about the engine in the Type R? That's what I'm really getting.
It made me think no different.
How?
It made me think no different because I know
Okay.
that's more human error than anything. He worked the hell out of the motor.
But them 2Js is stout.
But they old. They old.
He said they old.
But the 2Js are old. No, I'm not. Am I lying? At the
What
end
do
of
you
the
mean
day,
by
I would never, I can't commit vehicular treason and do that and be like, oh, but at the end of the day, the motor, when was the last one produced? 20 years ago?
This guy, he started.
I mean, like the last one was produced 20 years ago.
All right,
and I'm not saying it doesn't hold its place in automotive history, but just like Hammy,
all right, man. Now he's wilding.
Just like Hamilton,
he's wilding now. All right. That's cool. So you definitely feel like you got the right car though, for sure. Nice. That's nice. That's cool though, man. That's cool.
I would say I see it was a lot of V-dubs out there, a lot of Euros.
You ain't see no Corrados.
No. And that's what I mean. Like, you won't see those cars in a place like that. No, you won't. You know why? Because those cars are really classic, really hard to find. So if you see them you won't see them. A guy won't come out to something like that. Because I can't front. It was still wow.
So I gotta ask you. So with these car meets, right? You think it's different levels, different prestige level, perhaps? Because you saying something like that, like yo, you probably won't see a Corrado or a really, one in really good shape come out to something like that.
Yeah, nah. Maybe I wouldn't want to say prestige as far as it's like high class, but I just think the rarity and God forbid something happened to it. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This got to be nobody but Marlon. He said, might be old, but still setting records the new kids are struggling to follow. I believe you. But there's going to be other motors.
But it ain't.
It is.
But it ain't.
It is.
It's really not.
It is.
Anyone knows it's not. But okay.
I've seen these 2Js.
Yeah.
And like I said, not to commit vehicular treason.
Let's try our best.
But
okay.
There are motors that are out now
that could do what?
That could compete with it.
Okay, cool. It compete, but it can't lay it down. Can't lay it down.
But how many motors really can? That's like saying dudes got K series right now that's wearing cars out.
All right, that's fantastic and all, but it ain't laying down the almighty though. It ain't laying down the 2J. That's all I'm trying to just get across.
It's not laying down the 2J.
We ain't doing that.
Listen, at the end of the day,
ain't doing that.
The 2J is only as good as the car it goes in. I said it. It's only as good as the car that is in. Because I listen, I ain't gonna commit too much. I gotta stop because I don't want to go too deep into that.
I hear that.
But I will say, after going there,
yeah.
And this is why I'm out in the street tonight, by the way, too.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, I'm if something's going on, I'm there. When I leave out of here, I'm taking old beauty queen in the driveway to go get a good cleaning.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm in the street if anything is going on. So if y'all know anything, send it to the group.
Factory.
Send it to the box. We'll make it happen because I'm trying to go outside. It's beautiful.
That's a fact. Another question I'm gonna ask you, since I wasn't able to partake. Going to the next one though, but did it inspire you to really tackle the CRX?
Yeah, it did. You know why? Because there was not one there.
But then now this goes back to this question though. Do you think that car is something that belongs at an event like that?
I'll tell you what.
I think it's on the level of the Corrado. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Look at S.I acting like he never seen a 2J spin up. That's what I'm saying.
I never seen a 2J do
Shout
what?
to Phil. Like he never seen one. He never seen one in distress. Ever.
No, have not.
I
have not. I done seen these joints lay things down, son.
It's only as good
lay
as
them
down. I'll say that again. But
carry on.
At the end of the day,
it also gave a 911 turbo 2 cars. But carry on. Doesn't matter. Old drive. Carry on. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference. I never seen a K give a Porsche turbo 2 cars, but anyway.
Stop it.
Carry on. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know?
Because
what?
Porsches are swapping the Ks in the car.
Oh. But they not swapping. But wait. Okay, but it's not the 911 turbo body we talking about here. We're not gonna take out a 911 turbo flat 6 and drop. They're not doing that. But anyway, how did it make you feel?
I seen Mustangs spinning also. Word. At the end of the day, not to commit too much vehicular treason because we love them all.
Factory, 100%.
At the end of the day, it was a beautiful scene. And when we left, the police came in and they didn't do anything.
Really?
Because everybody was chill. Nobody was wilding. Everybody's in the street. No extra revving. Nobody's bothering anybody. They came through and they left. And it made me think like, now I see why they have these underground like because you can't like the takeover mess and all of that. You can see that those guys will want to be there. But at the end of the day, it's so tight and you had to pay to get in. That probably deterred more than 70% of the people. So it was interesting.
So how many So how many cars you would say was there? That you seen, rather.
About 100,
It's a couple-
150.
it's a couple V's.
They took up almost 2 levels of parking in there.
Mm.
2 levels. Like you come in, there was four ways down the ramp, another 4 rows of cars.
Mm.
And people were still coming in when we left.
Mm.
There was a nice Miata that came in.
Well, yeah.
I want to
Obviously the older one though. You're referring to, right?
older flip up headlight one.
Okay,
Wasn't
okay.
cambered out stupid looking like a lot.
Oh,
of
it was
the other
clean.
ones.
It was like
clean.
it was a good build. That's nice.
Clean.
Haven't seen one like that in a while.
I think the best car, there was an Audi R8.
It wasn't an R8. It was an R8.
Boy.
6 speed.
Oh. Mean. And he did some.
He had the car in front besides.
He did some twisted, like it's just the effect of the car. It was twisted. It was like black and white. It was just ridiculous. I was like, and I wouldn't say it was like a carbon fiber hood. It was more than that. He went all the way. Whatever the wrap was that he had on the car, it was just ridiculous. And the exhaust, everything.
Damn.
Check the tint was so dark.
Well, yeah, was it
into
V8 or V10?
It was the V10. Mean. It was mean, man. It was mean. I gotta say, after all of that, though, this summer's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This summer's gonna be great, and I believe that what's gonna make it great is the participation. So I'm outside. The Type R is outside, and we got a couple things we doing too.
Damn.
And we're gonna release those dates.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So, with that being said, man, that was a tremendous display. It was a tremendous display of like the car, like, and you know what's crazy?
Was it like?
Yeah, it was control. Do you know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I went out there with my homeboy. My homeboy, I won't put his name out there. He probably will in the comments.
Yeah.
He built LS powered 240.
Ooh.
Right? And 10 years, 15 years later, these guys still, they would, I remember you had the vet powered 240.
I would like to just comment, this friend of yours, he planked on that one.
Nah,
I think that was a plank.
You think he planked it?
Planked.
He sold it and got a nice car, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's how he do. He was building and getting rid of them. But that was, to me, that was definitely a forever car. But I mean, let him tell it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it was interesting, man. So I gotta say, like, seeing all of that, it just reminded me, like, there is still a really buzzing car culture out there, regardless of whatever laws, whatever rules, whatever they trying to put into effect. It does not stop the car community, and this is why. Oh, it was actually a GTO powered too.
Ooh, yeah, for sure a plank then. For sure, absolutely.
It was mean.
I gotta ask though. So, do you think this is drawing a wedge though, in the car culture, in the car community though?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, you gotta get an invite. Okay, it's like Need for Speed Underground. You gotta find a secret location. Okay, it's like, do you think it's like drawing a wedge?
You
somehow?
know what? I did. And you know why? Because we wasn't invited. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of foul because we not that kind of people.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do we like kind of close that? Because if we're not that type of people,
very easy.
How do our own? But then we Xing them out.
No, you seek it.
Seek it. You
can find it. And I realized that too.
Okay, but how do you get that invite? You said something mysterious. The invitation, like they just flew a kite to the crib and you was able to read it off the tree.
Well, you know what it is? I'm when it comes to the social media thing, I'm actually an animal with that. I be like this. I do my homework. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely like I had to do my homework. But when I was through with it and I really started, I was like, oh, so this is where it's at. And like I said, you got to know who to call. If I don't have the answers, I know somebody who does. And that's who I called. And I got answers just like that.
Yeah.
Like, yo. So now the thing is the footage. Getting cameras out there. It was beautiful though, man. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. It was one heck of a night. I will say that that's the kind of nights I remember. Like where you could see something that inspires you, go home and you can't wait because you want people to see the work that you put in there. So it was interesting, to say the least, man. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention.
Factory,
Who was listening
factory.
to my little tirade right there, man?
Nah, that's
But-
cool, man. It's just glad to hear that, other than, you got to be like, spy hunter to go search these things out. That it's still commies going on. That's still cool. You know what I'm saying? Sure, they ain't racing or whatever like that, but it's still cool. It's still actually good to see.
But I
Like you
think
said, builds and, people out there actually acting like civilized individuals. That's great.
I think
that's good.
I think the racing was what brings out the goons. If you street racing, I think that's what brings out the goons. That's just like because it's a free for all now. I think now I understand how if you want to run it, you want to take it to a track. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things. Cameras, police.
Yeah.
You got to deal with a lot of different things. It's not worth it. So it's like if you want to run.
Yeah.
Hit the track. But if you want, we should still be able to meet up and style out and look at each other's cars. A little spirited driving session. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
So before we move on though, how was it when y'all left though? Like was it like you said, was it a little spirited or controlled speeding?
Well, a little bit, but nothing too crazy. At the end of the day, car meets are better these days because the riffraff find it boring. That is a fact.
But they still find a way to turn it up though, just because it's boring.
Nah, but then see, my thing is they'd have pulled a Fast and Furious there, would have drifted into somebody's car. Now you got a real problem. Now look, don't take no trips. I'll see you later. Word up. But I said to myself, somebody hit my type off.
Yeah.
We all right here. You give me my. I'm whooping. Yo. It went down in there. So trust me. But it was a good run, man. But this is exactly what it made me think of, man. I was in there, I was like,
damn.
I like that. I was like, no, let me stop. But it was cool though, man. So with that being said, man, we're gonna move right on with the show.
Let's go.
All right, we got another segment for y'all. You ready?
Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, we got our Legends of Auto, man. What you got for us today?
So this week, I got another powerhouse for y'all. And this definitely was a forgotten gem because you for sure don't see one of these. And if you do, take a picture of it because it's gonna shock you, right? So what I got, you know what I'm saying, this week is a 1970 Buick GSX, son. Oh, man.
Okay. First off,
yeah,
I love muscle cars.
When's the last time you seen this GSX, though?
It's a 1970 Buick. There's a good chance I've never seen a clean version.
Remember, because people don't talk about the Grand Nationals and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not this one, though, right? And not for nothing, the GSX stands for, you're going to laugh, Grand Sport Extra.
Grand Sport, that's hilarious.
I'm telling you, first off, definitely a beautiful car. If you was to ever see one, you're gonna know. And it's just like, and we talked about this a couple times here on the show. Like, this was definitely one of the eras where it was no holds barred with the horsepower, the engines, everything. Like, this is a time where motoring was easy, if you ask me, right? It was a little easy. But what makes this so special and ridiculous is, not for nothing, son, this is a low 13-second quarter-mile car, bro. At that time. And another thing that makes this vehicle ridiculous. So this was making before that, it had a 455 cubic inch in there, some big blocks.
Silly.
Right? Making 360 horsepower, 510 foot-pounds of Turks. What? First of all, at the time, this was one of the most high-torqued vehicles of that time period, son.
Right.
This was one of them, son.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Well, they wanted to
come on, son.
Yeah, and it's an expensive body. That's a fact.
So right now, right, just another little fun fact about this thing. If you so happen to run up on one now for Sizzy, a good clean one, paying like north of $200 for it, son.
Oh yeah, you paying bread,
son. This is what I'm talking about. You know, nothing that makes this vehicle like really special is when they numbered, son.
It's numbered.
Yo, guess how many was made? Just take a guess.
Probably about 300.
Oh no, 678.
Wow. I love when they do a weird number like that.
I'm
Why?
telling you,
what
man,
did that number stand for?
That's what I'm saying, B, and that's what makes it crazy. But you know what the kicker is though with this? came Mandy with the standard 4-speed.
Early.
Come on, son.
Now, mind you, this car was also the answer
Mhm.
for Pontiac's GTO Judge,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oldsmobile 442 W30,
Mm-hmm.
and the Chevy Chevelle SS. Now, all of those cars are legends in my eyes.
All those are definitely ridiculous, but this was the answer for them though. This one right here, it showed up and showed out, and it was retarded. So I told you, this one was a low 13-second car at the time, son. Are you kidding me, son?
Beautiful. And I always liked the body.
Yeah. Oh man, it's
I
just
always liked the body style. My favorite though was that 1968 Rivera GS though. I love
man,
that Buick Rivera.
That was hot. That was hot. But
that's what I'm saying. America, today is a nice day to wake up to Supra. Oh boy.
Super don't want no parts with the SI. But neither here nor there. It's back to the legends, y'all. It's back to the legends, y'all. I will and did, but let's back to this forgotten gem, though. So when I like I said, when I decided to pick these legends, it's not always about the numbers with them. You know, the horsepower, the torque, and the crazy performances. It's just what it did to the car culture. Like, this was a time when people had something to prove. Now it's not really like that. It's like, again, like it's not a lot of special colors for vehicles no more when you had a certain model.
Right.
And I always found that interesting. Like, yo, what happened to stuff like that?
Right.
Back then, you had stuff like this.
Right.
Special paint scheme, crazy emblems on it, crazy, big blocks running around. I'm telling you, like this. Oh man.
But you know what it was? These cars, there was an era. Just like that, and that's we talked about that, like the era.
So we run into an era of EVs?
I hate to say it. I think that's what it's gonna be next.
Man,
I don't see it right now. The era that we love is going, and that EV era, because that's what these kids they like. There was a dude there with a Tesla, and he had it slammed.
He didn't.
He was like, "Yo, look at my slammed Tesla." I was like,
"Oh, he felt at home."
I said, "Pop the hood."
Man, you would have seen a lightning bolt going across.
No, I wasn't impressed. I just was like, eh. All
right, so damn. All right, let me finish the legends. I want to say something briefly about that. Right. Another thing though, this was the fastest car that Motor Trend has ever tested American production wise at the time too. That's crazy, son.
Everybody's asking where and when, and look, they want to meet up. Oh boy, is it sunny outside?
It might be sunny out there, huh?
To make that happen, son. I don't know. Where can we meet up at? Hit the street a little bit. We're going to put it up in the group. If anybody got any ideas, put them up in the group.
Fact.
But continue on.
But yeah, man, this was definitely one of the if you ask me, one of the best American produced cars ever, son.
Shout out to Jessica Grandy.
Let's go, Grandy.
She said my mama used to drive a Buick.
So that's what I'm talking about.
That's where the love starts. So with that being said, we're gonna move on with the rest of the show. Oh man. I love that car though too. We gotta start posting these pictures up there too.
Yeah, it's like
it's gonna get ugly up there. Let's go. So
mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right, we're gonna talk about this born again AC Cobra.
Oh man.
They're remaking it. They're remaking it and they're giving it subtle design tweaks and a 654 horsepower supercharged V8. Boy.
Damn, son.
I love the way that sounds.
I know. Carol Shelby's doing backflips.
Carol, it actually looks like a renewed version, but oh my god,
it look a little modern now. Like still got its nice classic lines. It still looks beautiful. Damn, son.
See, and they actually hit on that. You know that Shelby popularized it, but he didn't create that body style.
Okay.
It was created by the company AC, and he used it and put an American motor in it.
Okay.
Brr.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, if we gonna meet, let me know before I park the S4. Oh boy, it's getting spicy. I hear y'all. So definitely looking forward to that 654.
But wait though, you forgot one major thing.
Man,
it comes with a 6-speed, baby.
It's manual.
I'm telling you.
And I think at the end of the day, man, there is no replacement for shift.
I strongly agree with that because I was also having a debate about that. Like people tell me, "Oh man, when you get older, you see." I see what?
No, I don't see.
I don't understand. Like I look at it, right? Cool, like you said, man. The autos, you could perhaps have a faster time, maybe, and all that good stuff. I get it though, but like you said, how can you replace that feeling? How can you replace that feeling of shift, son? How can you replace that feeling?
I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. But With that being said,
Let's go,
that's
man.
our hot mods. And y'all know what's coming up next, right?
Let's go.
You know when we get here what this means.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
We got another one that got to come on down.
Man, come on down,
You hit
sir.
The price is right. So we got another catalytic converter thief who died under a car.
Son, they losing their lives behind these catalytic converters, B. Damn, son.
There was one in Savannah, Georgia. It reports that police in Chatham County, Georgia, responded to the call last week when a car lot employee found a deceased man under one of their cars. Officials said the scene indicates he was trying to remove the catalytic converter before the vehicle fell on him. Wow.
Yo, B, they losing their lives behind these catalytic converters.
I don't know. Like, is it like, first off, right? What do you got to say for yourself when you go that way?
I think, like you said before, man, like I guess he was on the skid, son.
He's on the skid.
He had to be on the skid,
Say,
B.
yo, I'll be right back. Never say you're going to be right back in a scary movie. But
Say, yo, I'll be right back. Hold my bed.
he gets the understeer, yo. He gets the understeer.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Sometimes you got to start wondering about people. Like, when you in here and you doing some of the things that you're doing,
Yeah.
are you really thinking? Like, why would you want to really be doing that? Like, and then get killed doing it. Like,
And that's
is
the
like
amazing part about it. Like,
that's the biggest.
you turn
brick.
around and lose your life behind you trying to steal a catalytic converter, son.
That's the biggest brick. We getting ready for spring, y'all. That's the exhaust notes.
Mm-hmm.
We getting ready for spring. We got a couple other things. Play stupid games and get crushed. I hear you. We got a lot of things coming up for the spring and the summer. We're gonna have we got a couple other things we're working on. We're gonna release it in the group. There's just so much going on, but we just want to let y'all know that we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man.
100%, man. 100%.
We really do. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. And you already know. It sounds like we're gonna meet up today then. I'm going to get the Type R clean.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Yeah, I just want to shout out again, man. Y'all rocking with us. We appreciate it. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Matter of fact,
Facts.
destroy the like button. Just break it all off if you could. Break it off if you
Facts.
could. You know what I'm saying?
Do
And to
it.
fix it and do it again next week.
Facts. Do us a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on YouTube
Yep.
at Gutter Ball Rally.
Please.
Easy to find. Gutter Ball Rally, one word.
Mhm.
You'll see the show there too as well. But we got a couple other things. Obviously, the CRX build is getting interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of need a cameraman.
Mhm.
Doing it by myself right now.
Yeah.
But and S.I Shawn is helping out. So you know how we do, man. We trying to make it interesting. But
Factory.
with that being said, I wanted to give a shout out to FKA, bro. I wanted to give a shout out to Daikatsu. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but bring it to NYC.
Close enough.
Shout to all the NYC true car guys, certified car guys and car girls, man.
Factory.
It's going down out there. And you know the motorcycles is coming out. You know the bikes is
Absolutely.
coming out too.
Absolutely.
We definitely setting up for the Dragon's Tail. If you are interested, send it to us. Let us know, because that is definitely going to be how we're going to get our housing. Shout out to all the imports coming in. 24-hour fitness dude had a red Gloria with 12-inch rears. He was wildin'. I love it. But with that being said, man, I want to just shout out all the car people, man. Everybody who's
100%.
rocking with the imports, the Americans, the muscles, the Euros,
Yep.
the Cambers, somewhat staggered, somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
We try to include everybody because we don't want to do that
100%.
vehicular treason.
Nah, we don't, man. Because at the end of the day, we do definitely enjoy them and like them all. Again, some may not understand other people's, preference, which is all right though. But
it is what it is.
it is what it is.
We
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't doing the
Yeah.
booty cake. But with that being said, shout to Miller. Keep it safe out there.
Factory. Keeping even 100 if you could.
And don't be arguing with nobody over no parking space. Y'all know what it is, man. So with that being said, until next week, we
are
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about Everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
For the fast life.